Do you struggle with fear of any kind? If you do, you are not alone. I have a fear of airplanes and flying. It started 1 year ago at the same time. I took a family trip with some family friends named the Appletons to Hawaii. The Appletons had 2 kids, 1 girl, 1 boy. The father was a millionaire and owned Micron Industries in Boise, Idaho. The trip was great, and I did a lot of fun activities with the Appletons and their children. The flight back from Hawaii was fine, and I thought everything would be okay. I was a little shaken up when there were bumps and air pressure changed, but I didn't think it was anything. A couple weeks after the trip, I was back in Boise, where the Appletons and my family live. I was doing homework at the kitchen table, and my mom came downstairs and told me in a panicked voice that Mr. Appleton had died. I was shocked. All I could think of was his poor kids and his wife and how they were reacting to this tragedy. Later that night, I found out Mr. Appleton had died in a plane crash. Mr. Appleton's hobby was to build planes and fly them and do tricks in the air. But that day he went up, he wasn't so lucky. His airport crew reports he took off and radioed in that something was not right and he was coming back down. Mr. Appleton turned the plane, and boom, the engine went off and the plane came crashing down in flames. That night I couldn't sleep. All I could think about was Mr. Appleton going up in the plane and what he was thinking in his last moments when he was going down. A couple of days later, I had to fly to Palm Springs for a tennis tournament. I was still a little shaken from the accident, but I thought I would be okay. Little did I know. My mom and I started boarding the plane, and we sat down in our seats. Then it hit me. All I could think was me going up in the plane, taking off on the same runway Mr. Appleton did, and just coming crashing down. My breath got short, I started to get lightheaded, and I started crying. I was having a panic attack. My mom tried to calm me down, but there was no way I could go through with the flight. I got up, walked off the plane, and took my bags. It has taken me years of therapists and medication to get me back on the plane for tennis travel. All I can say is you never know how someone else's accident or incident in life may affect your own.